When you grow up with parents who are kind and selfless, always ready to help others at any cost, giving everything, taking care, then it's natural for you to be rooted within those same seeds. You become the giver, the people pleaser, the one who wants to take care of everyone, nurture them, fulfill their demands, provide for them. Even if it means pushing your own wants, your thoughts, your life, and yourself to the back because you are kind, because you are selfless. But where does that get you? Or let me ask you this. When they forget the precious moments of your life or don't even care enough to text you on your birthday, or say when you are going through a tough situation and you actually need them, where are they? Despite you being present every time whenever they needed you. You assume that they would return your kindness, that they would stand by you just like you stood by them. But look around. Where are they? Doesn't it hurt? You pretend as if it's okay, as if you are okay. But are you really? Doesn't it hurt to just give and give and give and not get anything in return? Or you are one of those people who tell yourself that kindness is selfless. So selfless that you allow them to walk all over you, degrade and disrespect you. And when you finally decide to put some boundaries, then they make you question your own choices just because your self-respect is so fragile and you avoid saying no. Because you don't want to feel guilty. You are constantly being emotionally drained, controlled, and manipulated for settling into something less than what you actually deserve. You have stopped focusing on your life just because you are busy focusing on others. So much so that your life has turned into a complete shit show. They are controlling your life. They are controlling you simply because you are letting them. You avoid saying no out of the fear of feeling guilty just because it goes against your definition of being kind. That used to be my story. I remember feeling so exhausted and drained by pouring my energy and attention towards others that there was nothing left for myself, that I was unable to take care of myself. And I, being a people pleaser and the kindest person, kept on going, even when they made me feel uncomfortable, even when they made me feel insecure, even when they made me question my own choices, even when they made me believe that I was not doing enough, but in reality, I was doing more than I could. And when you hit rock bottom and you realize that there's no one around you who's coming to save you, who's going to help you out, that's when you decide that if they still believe that I'm not doing enough, then it's wise to break the cycle. Because I know I'm giving my 100%. And I'm not going to belittle myself just to satisfy or boost someone else's sense of control. I was a puppet, literally their puppet, navigating their life on their behalf. But isn't it true that each and every human being on this planet is going through some tough situations or problems that they have to deal with themselves in order to learn and grow, because God is testing all of us through all these situations and problems and want us to be patient in order to learn and grow and be at the position where we want in our lives. And then I refuse to keep being an easygoing person and allowed them to solve their own problems. And I started focusing on my problems because they were left unattended for so long. And I started putting attention on myself in order to improve myself. And I refused to keep being an easygoing person who sacrificed her worth, her peace, just to make others comfortable. And that's when I decided that it's time to be selfish. Selfish enough to take a pause. Selfish enough to realize that this is not it. This is not the end. If I started focusing on myself and paying attention to the areas where I can literally grow and change my life, then it's wise to be selfish. Because the truth is that selfish people always win. because they have learned the lesson the hard way that it's a complete waste of time to help others who can actually help themselves, but they pretend they can just because they want to use you and drain you for their motives. Because they fear you. Because they fear you of the fact that once you started paying attention towards what truly matters to you and started giving the same attention that you are giving to others, to yourself, then you are going to win and they are going to lose. So let them lose. As a woman who knows her worth, her time, her dreams, her life matters, that in order to be at the top, she needs to be selfish. In fact, she must be selfish. Then she realizes that my cup is always going to remain empty if I keep on filling others' cup. Once you become selfish, you will start focusing on what truly matters to you, where your energy belongs, and you will eventually see how powerful detachment really is. You will stop feeling stuck, helpless, or worried about what others think about you, because their opinions won't matter anymore. Being selfish allows you to be bold enough to say no, to take a firm stand for yourself, and to have the audacity to make space for yourself and let not others dictate your worth. Being selfish allows you to choose you. I know it's not going to be easy. You being selfish because you have spent an entire life pleasing others, that choosing yourself over others, putting yourself first, is going to feel like betrayal. But trust me when I say this, that what you are doing right now is harming you in ways that you can't even see and don't even know. Be wise enough to pick and choose where to give and where to guard. It's not your responsibility to fix everyone's mess, but it's your responsibility to fix yours, because that's the bare minimum that you can provide to yourself. So choose yourself over others. Be selfish. Be selfish with your time, with your energy, with your attention, because you already know that there's no one coming out there to fix your life. So you have to do it all by yourself. And start focusing on what truly, deeply matters to you. Because once you become selfish, you stop giving powers to others to control you. You start paying attention towards the areas that needs to be improved in order for you to grow, in order for you to prosper in your life. It allows you to clearly see who's with you and who's not, who's using you and who's not. It allows you to give you the life that you actually deserve. It allows you to move forward. It allows you to not settle for the bare minimum. It allows you to protect your peace. It allows you to clearly see that people are using you for their motives simply because you are letting them. So start being selfish, because givers have limit, but takers have none.